We are getting a lot of snow here at the grass-fed homestead. It is snowing right now. It's been snowing all day. What are we getting, like another foot overnight or something?
Yep.
So we're not doing a whole lot outside right now, so we thought this would be a great opportunity for us to sit down and do our year-end goal review.
Yes.
So let's get right into it. At the end of 2016, we sat down. You too, little buddy. Come here. The three of us sat down and we discussed what our goals for 2017 would be. We shared them with you guys in a video that we'll link just above here. And in that video we had originally 12 goals, and then shortly thereafter I added a 13th stretch goal. Goal number 1, and this wasn't in any particular order.
Number 1 was important.
Number 1 was important, but they weren't prioritized 1 through 13 in a certain order.
It's just a grab bag.
Right. But number 1 was establishing perimeter fencing.
And we were successful.
Yeah, homestead success on that one. Our good friends Stacy and Virginia, we met them through buying hay. They're certified organic hay producers in Eastern Washington. We started buying hay from them and developed a friendship with them. They were actually just here visiting us earlier today. Anyway, Stacy and Virginia came out at the beginning of April. I think it was April 5th.
Yeah,
and
still cold.
Gave us a day of their time to show us how to install fencing.
We fenced 5 acres.
Yeah, we were able to fence.
Primary 5 acres. A really great 4-foot tall fence with beautiful cedar posts, and we were able to hire someone who was really good to clear out the brush and trees, and we were worried that cutting down trees to put in the fence would have an impact on our property, but we have so many aspens you don't even notice. So, fence for the win. Looks great, works really well.
For more on Stacy and Virginia, check out their YouTube channel, Blue Creek Dairy Farm. And again, they're out of Eastern Washington, and they have been documenting over the last few months them building their house. The two of them together are building their house. I think the only contractor they've had to bring in is someone to help pour actually, I think Stacy poured the concrete, but they brought concrete in on a truck, and then also their spray foam insulation guy. That was it. So they've done everything themselves. So go check out their channel if you want to go see how to build a house. So perimeter fencing, check. Goal number 2, sheep breeding stock.
Well, we think we've been successful. We certainly got the breeding stock. Whether or not they're currently bred, we don't know. They don't.
That wasn't the goal.
That wasn't the goal, but we got breeding stock, and they're very nice. They're nice. Only one of them is kind of standoffish, and the others are beautiful.
In mid-April. I
Mid-April.
think it was April 10th, actually. We got them. It was snowing that day still.
Oh, yeah.
So we got the breeding stock, we got 4 breeding ewes, their offspring, and then some additional feeder lambs that we'll talk more about later. But we've had no issues, no conflicts, everything's been going great. We're breeding them now, and hopefully in the spring we will have our own lambs born here on the homestead.
We have 6 ewes who theoretically should be pregnant by now, because we had the 4 breeders, and then Daisy and Clover, who you probably saw stay with us the winter before and are now adults. And beautiful. They're really beautiful lambs. So we're hoping that will give us some really beautiful little babies in the spring, because we'll see.
Right, so goal number 2, getting sheep breeding stock.
A win.
Check.
Yes.
Goal number 3, and that was to grow our customer base for the lambs. Last year we had 3 customers for 2 lambs. So 1 customer got a whole lamb, and 2 other customers split a lamb. This year we had 6 customers for 6 lambs.
Thank you. Thank you for your business. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so we definitely grew there.
Thanks for the encouragement too. It makes us feel really good that you want to buy our lamb.
Now, how profitable that was, that's going to be content for another discussion in another video. But the goal was not necessarily to grow the margin, it was to grow the customer base.
Yeah, it's a great goal, and you met it.
That was a success.
Yes.
So goal number 3, growing the lamb customer base.
Check. Goal number 4, yes, I thought I wanted a pet dog, and now I know I am allergic to pet dogs. So We didn't get one, and we're probably not going to.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
It's not going to be on the 2018 list.
No, we haven't. I think we haven't had animals.
So for me,
Maybe a few more chickens.
For me, I also wanted the pet dog, but when we got Blue, which is
Blue
part
is
of the next goal, we'll talk about Blue, our livestock guardian dog. Though he is not a pet, nowhere near a pet, he still kind of felt like
He's an employee.
That's enough dog. Like, we have a dog, we get the dog interaction. If I want to go pet a dog, I can go pet Blue, and we're good.
He's soft.
And we're good.
Yeah.
So goal number 4.
Fail. And that's probably not going to be on our goal list for a while.
But I think we're okay with that goal. We decided we didn't want to do that. It wasn't like a failure because we weren't able to. It just we decided that was no longer really what we wanted. So, but it's still a big goal. Goal number 5, which we just mentioned, sort of getting a livestock guardian dog. In later April, a lot of this stuff happened in April. The fencing, the sheep, I mean,
the chickens.
A lot of stuff happened in April. It was late April, we got the livestock guardian dog in Akbash, who is named Blue, from a breeder in Montana, and we met somewhere between. Blue had a lot of problems initially because he's an older dog, and being transferred to a new property was really hard on him. It's not something, not having previous experience with dogs in that way, that we didn't know that would be an issue. But it was, but we worked through it, and he's doing fantastic now. I mean,
he seems to. I mean, he likes sleeping in the snow. He cleans the lambs for us.
Well, just one in particular,
just one of them.
Maggie.
He cleans Maggie. She's really pretty.
Yeah. But he's been doing his job. He barks, but he doesn't bark incessantly. He barks when it's an appropriate time too. And then when he's done, he's done.
Yes.
And when the UPS guy comes, he's barking again. So Blue's been great. We got the livestock guardian dog.
We have a lot of respect and a great appreciation for him too.
So goal number 5, getting a livestock guardian dog.
That's a win.
Which brings us to goal number 6.
Oh, I'd like to talk about that. So I like chickens. Some of you may know that. I don't care if you call me Ashley the crazy chicken lady. It doesn't really bother me. We got broilers, and they turned out really well. We only lost a couple. One of them got pecked and got sick. Another got sick in the mail. But we built a couple of chicken tractors for them in the model of John Suskovich, who has turned it into quite the business. And it went really well. They did a lot for our pasture where we rotated them, and I think they're pretty tasty. Pretty tasty chickens. We're definitely gonna do that again next year. We did 75 this year. I think we ended up harvesting 71 or 72. Kind of a lot. And that was a big win, I thought. What do you think?
Yeah, we set out to put up a bunch of chicken meat, and we did. So goal number 6, broilers.
Yeah, broilers.
Success. Goal number 7, pigs. April 22nd, I think was the day. Another April. So busy.
Pigs.
We got 4 American guinea hog gilts, which...
Those are girls, for those of you who are not initiated into pig talk.
Female pigs that have not had litters yet.
That have not had litters yet, but might if you wait a few weeks.
Yeah, so 3 of them were pregnant.
Yes.
And we had a really fun surprise with that.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun having the piglets. It was very interesting.
They were pretty cute when they were running around.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Piglets are really cute.
Not everything along the way was hunky-dory with the pigs. We did have some issues, but
fatalities.
We'll kind of get into that in another video. I think we're going to talk about
sad, actually,
some of the big successes and some of the failures in another video. We'll get into that more, but we did get pigs. That was the goal, and we harvested.
We got them, we harvested them, and we're eating them. There's nothing like fresh pork chops.
We have a lot of pork going on in the freezer, and I have 4 copas curing in the refrigerator, as well as 2 sides of bacons right now. So goal number 7, getting pigs.
It's a win.
Goal number 8, rabbit tractors. This was a big issue for me initially with getting rabbits. I didn't like the concept of just having them in cages. It just was antithetical to all the other systems we had going on, where everyone else is on grass, everyone's moving, and here we have rabbits in cages. And I know that traditionally that's the way they've been raised for a long time, just because of their behaviors are different from other livestock. They're quite skilled at escape, and it's
Yes.
not like, you know, when a sheep gets out, you just kind of shake the bucket with some alfalfa pellets and they'll come back. You know, the rabbits get out and the hawk's going to take off of them very quickly, and it's not these domestic rabbits, it's not a good life for them in the wild.
No.
They don't know really what to do.
No, and they're not particularly camouflaged either. Ours were black and gray.
So there was a lot of challenges to overcome with raising rabbits outside of a cage. I eventually came to the conclusion that I wanted to try the rabbit tractor. So over the summer, we did build a rabbit tractor. We got our 3 rabbits in the rabbit tractor, and they did great. Like they didn't travel long distance because I've just had them in one tractor.
It's also a really heavy
separated.
tractor.
It was heavy, but I was able just to slide it each day onto a new little patch of grass, and they ate a lot of the grass and left a lot of rabbit pellets behind. It was a really good program. The tractor worked great.
Yeah.
There were no issues with that. But ultimately, very recently, we decided that the rabbits that we had were not really a good fit for our goals here on the homestead. They weren't really rabbits designed for breeding for meat production.
Yeah. They're pets.
They were show rabbits for 4-H
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. We're not really doing that. So
we don't have time for that.
We gave the rabbits to our friends Rob and Rose, who are providing a really nice home for them now. We did have rabbits in a rabbit tractor this year, so goal number 8.
Check.
Goal number 9.
Topographical survey.
Yes, the topographical map was mainly for determining our contour lines, so we can find out where the appropriate places to put in tree growing systems known as swales in, which is a water harvesting feature designed to grow trees. And I want to, long-term plan is to create a silvopasture system. Having the topographical survey would enable us to have all the information we need to someday install that completely. So my goal was just to get that started this year. We inquired with local surveyors and found out that it is very expensive to have someone come out and do it professionally and have and hand you the contour map.
Right, like
and a lot of people say, oh, just check the USGS Geological Services maps. You know, they have the contour lines on it. Well, yeah, there's a contour line like a mile east of us and one a mile west of us. It doesn't even have any contour lines on our property. It's too insensitive for our purposes.
Right.
We were possibly going to get a laser level and do it manually ourselves, which is time consuming but doable, something I've done in the past on a smaller scale, but we just didn't. That was just kind of a failure on our part. We had a lot of other stuff going on, and it just got after.
Like all the piglets that we weren't expecting.
It just kept getting deprioritized to the bottom of the list, and then next thing you know, winter's here and we're done. So goal number 9, getting a topographical survey. Goal 10 was to establish a small fruit tree guild.
What does that mean?
So a guild.
It's a tree guild.
A guild is a collection of different species working together to exclude unwanted species. So in nature, when we try to create a guild, we create a mini ecosystem where you have your apex plant, the tree, the fruit tree, an apple tree in our case, and other species are supporting that apple tree, perhaps a comfrey plant, which is mining nutrients deep from in the ground and depositing them back onto the soil top, making them bioavailable to the tree through its leaves as it sheds. Then you have perhaps fennel, dill, some other culinary herbs that they confuse pests that are flying through the area wanting to come, say, prey upon the apple tree.
Really?
Those dill, fennel, different scents like that confuse the pests when you concentrate them all in one area like that, and they just don't want anything to do with it, and they go somewhere else where it's less confusing for them.
Right.
So when you start doing all these companion planting like that, you build a guild working with the tree. We did plant apple trees this year. We planted 3 dwarf apple trees in our garden area.
They're babies.
And
we irrigated them, and they succeeded.
yeah,
They're
they're alive. We did drip irrigation. They're doing fine. We didn't get any fruit this year. Goal number 10, small fruit tree guild.
Kind of a fail.
Goal number 11, that was to expand the garden. So last year...
Oh yeah, so we did. So we planted in what was our overwinter chicken garden.
We lost a little bit to...
We lost all of our butternut. So these little ground squirrels or whatever they are ate through the roots of all of our butternut. We had some really great looking butternut, but the squash was phenomenal.
We harvested a lot of summer squash out of there. Little Buddy
great.
and I
2 or 3 a day.
were eating them every day for lunch.
Delicious.
And we harvested a lot of peppers out of there.
Tons.
From our area that was our garden last year, we got the best cherry tomatoes we've ever had in our life, and we had kale.
Sweet 100s were the really good ones. Kale was good.
We did expand the garden.
We
did.
Irrigation worked out extremely well.
We got a lot of lunches out of that garden.
We did.
That was fantastic.
We did.
So goal number 11, expanding the
garden. It was a win. And we have our chickens in there again this winter, and we have a lot more of them. So we should have an even better garden next summer.
Goal number 12. This one is a really big deal for us personally, not homestead related so much, but inside the house. And that was home interior improvements with a focus on walls and trim.
Well, I would have to say this one's a win. What do you think, darling?
Yes, we had Nick Fouch from the Fouchomatic, formerly Fouchomatic Off-Grid, now Fouch Family Off-Grid Homestead, came up from the Boise area, and he completely redid our walls and put trim up. It looks fantastic. He just came back, actually, 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Nick came back 2 days ago and finished the project by putting up a door in front of our little laundry pantry area.
Tracks. Looks great.
The doors didn't arrive in time during his last visit, so he came back when he was passing through the area again, got the door up, and it looks fantastic.
Awesome. So starting to look a little more like home. Pretty happy about that.
Goal number 12, home interior improvements.
We have a lot left to do, but this has been a win.
This was our goal, to get the walls and the trim done this year.
The walls, the trim, and the doors.
Big time check. And goal number 13, this was our stretch goal. This was the add-on that I threw a few weeks after making our initial 12. And that was the learn harvesting and butchering skills.
You've done a very good job.
Thank you. I did it with the help of Brandon Sheard from Farmstead Meatsmith. I went to the pig harvest workshop and the lamb harvest workshop. Both were absolutely wonderful, information rich, really well done courses. I highly recommend you getting out to them if you are able to, and it's just been tremendous for our homestead economy with managing all this meat coming in that we had for harvest.
Yeah, it gives me a new appreciation for the mastery of the skills as well. Not that I am butchering anything, but watching you do it. And we also had help from some really good friends.
So with the help of some friends, David, Kim, and then Rob and Rosie came a couple times to help as well. We harvested 10 lambs on site here.
Wow, that many.
3 pigs.
Yeah.
And then I did a number of harvesting off-site to help friends as well. Goal number 13 was perhaps one of the most important personal goals for me.
Yeah.
Especially after last year's experience, I just felt there was this missing element. We had husbandry, we had the cookery in the kitchen, and then this harvest in the middle was just this missing element to it all that I've now taken on and feel very comfortable and confident doing moving forward. And
yeah, you should. You've done a great job. You got really good at it, and your wrapping skills are pretty good too. Yeah.
There's a little room for improvement on wrapping meat, but the most important thing is getting it to that point. So
yeah.
So goal number 13.
Big win.
Big time.
Big win. Love those pork chops.
So the final tally we succeeded on 10 out of 13 of the goals.
Yes.
If this were, say, a test at school, that would give us a 77%. When you look at it that way, like a C+, that doesn't sound so good, but the goals accomplished were massive.
Some of these were really big things.
Yeah.
And you know, we could take pet dog off now that we know I'm allergic to dogs.
Right.
So really it was 10 out of 12. Which is what, 84%. That's a solid B right there.
And of course, we are very grateful for your viewership, your continued support over this last year. It's been comforting and encouraging having you guys out there cheering for us and giving us lots of feedback and tips on how to better execute on some of these goals. It's always appreciated. So
thank you for your encouragement.
Coming up, we're going to do our 2018 goal video.
Not as exciting as these goals were.
Probably not, but we'll see.
We've learned a lot. We're getting a little surgical with our goals now, and that's okay.
And then we're going to do perhaps maybe a success failure look back video. About wraps it up here for this video. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.